Sonic, one of the most popular gaming franchises in the world. His popularity spans from funny memes to questionable shirts and just everything else in between. Like it's made by the same guys that made Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. How can this game not be any good? Sonic truly is a phenomenon of the 90s, and he is still one of the only characters who packed enough of a punch to rival the Nintendo's Italian plumber. He single-handedly overthrew Nintendo's monopoly on the console industry, so much so that the Genesis actually outsold the SNES at the end of its life. Sega needed a new face, a new mascot, and they found that in Sonic, and it worked. Their previous mascot, Alex the Kid, was just a child, and though I think I now see a correlation here. Anyways, the Blue Hedgehog took the world by storm with the fast-paced gameplay and its trilogy of games. And the masses were excited to see what Sonic could bring to the table in now new 3D. Mario already mastered the 3D transition perfectly with Mario 64, arguably still one of the best games of all time. And now, what did Sonic bring? Well, Sonic struggled with the 3D transition, and when I mean struggled, I mean graphic diarrhea splattered all over the screen. Sonic's 3D debut with Sonic Adventures was pathetic comparing it to Mario's, but there was still belief that Sonic could live up to the hype and that maybe he could overthrow Mario yet again. Nope. The quality of Sonic games stagnated with every title, and Sonic became a synonym for underwhelming games, and the quality of the games stagnated so much so that Sega had to abandon the console industry. Like they tried making Sonic a beat-em-up for some reason, and the shooter was Shadow, and just what the fuck was even Sonic and the Secret Rings? With every release, Sonic's reputation began to dwindle, and as every title came, the question of was Sonic ever good crossed people's minds. There were some gems in the pile of crap Sonic games, yes, but the quality of the games was so inconsistent, while on the other hand, Mario had a banger after banger, and it seemed like Sonic would never go back to its heyday, and even today, Sonic is still in a questionable position. And when the 25th anniversary came, Sega knew they had to make something special. Sonic had to go back to his 2D roots, and he did, with Sonic Mania. Sonic Mania captures everything Sonic did in the past and shows that Sonic was truly our king in the 16-bit era. It's a testament that Sonic is a gaming staple and will always be one of the greatest gaming characters of all time. At the helm of the development is Christian Whitehead, the friend to Pixels and Polys alike, who made the amazing Sonic 1, 2, 3, and CD remakes. This also means that one of the best Sonic games in the recent decade wasn't even made by Team Sonic. Sonic Mania plays as any Sonic game. You have zones which have two acts, and you have a simple story that ties on until the end. You never ever play Sonic for the story, or at least you should. The story in this game is simple. Eggman finds a rock that does stuff and he has robots. Sonic has to get a rock from Eggman. I don't really care about the story when I play Sonic, and the devs know that. Because when Sonic cares about the story, you get shit like this.
Happy to see you're all still alive. Eggman's forces have chewed through our defenses at Green Hill, and the resistance in the city is reporting that whatever it is that finished Sonic... Sorry, I'm still not used to saying that.
Sonic Mania has the story like a 2D Sonic game, but does it play like a 2D Sonic game? Hell yes, and even better. The game captures everything the trilogy did in an amazing fashion, and it is a reminder that these games were always pretty badass. The mechanics are the same from the 2D games. Jump feels the same, speeding through levels still feels amazing, the ring system is there as well. It's Sonic at its best. Now you can do a spin dash from a jump, which keeps the flow and is very helpful. You can also play as Sonic, Tails, or Knuckles, which completely changes the way you experience some zones, and you can even play some special zones just designed solely around them. Some mechanics from previous games make an appearance, like the elemental shields from Sonic 3, but they do not only do their own thing, but can now interact with the environment. It's old school Sonic in a new light. But what's with the zones? Are they good? Hell yeah, they are good. The zones are huge and have so many paths, which is just great for the replayability, and you always end up on a different path than your first run. The levels have platforming stages that slow down the flow, and then the game rewards you with fast-paced, exhilarating gameplay. Momentum is important. You can't just run super fast always, because running should be rewarding and should feel good. The game builds up for that feeling of zooming through, bouncing around, just going in loops. It's Sonic. Every zone has its own atmosphere. They are super detailed and well animated. Like, just look at this. It's so smooth. But the game won't leave you too much on that because it will force you to progress. And progress and the sense of progression is always there. And the game will reward you with actually good mini games this time and not an LSD trip like in Sonic 1. And the less I talk about the bullshit mini game in Sonic 2, the better. So let's go on one by one with the zones. The first one is the classic Green Hill. What can I say about it? It's a gaming classic, a Sonic staple, the most well-known zone in the franchise. It's just a blast to play always, and the second new revamp pack is great too, with very fun to use zip lines. This is the first and the last zone from Sonic 1, and I commend the devs for doing that, because, well, Sonic 1 game design kind of fucking sucked. I wake up every day in a cold sweat just thinking about Marble Zone. Thank God it isn't in this game. Next one is the classic chemical plant from Sonic 2. It's another franchise staple and probably my favorite Sonic zone. And the Act 2 in this one is super well done and so much fun with these syringes, it's a blast. This is the first zone in which you will really feel the devs putting new things into old known levels. The Act 1 from the old zones is the same, while the second act is very different, with the devs inserting new ideas into them. It very much breaks the monotone feeling some zones had in the past, and even the themes have been changed slightly. Studiopolis is the first new zone, and it's amazing, and it's probably the best zone in the game and the signature zone of Sonic Mania. I love the studio setting to bits, and the theme it has is the best in the game. It just has so many things happening, and a very fun boss battle to top it all off. Flying Battery Zone, it's fine. If I had to pick a zone from Sonic & Knuckles, it would be this one. It's good, but just nowhere near as the past 3 zones. It's still pretty fun though. Press Garden is another new zone, and it has grown on me tremendously with time. Its color scheme is very nice to the eye, and it has this Mega Man-esque platforming. It's just a very well thought out zone. It also has this section in which you turn into ice blocks so you can break things. It's just very fun. Stardust Speedway really surprised me with being a good old Sonic CD zone. But guess that without the future past mechanic, even the worst zones can be fun. I like the Act 1 more than the Act 2, and also music for it has been changed a bit. This is a revamped zone done right. Hydro City from Sonic 3 makes an appearance, and I like it. This to me is a good Sonic water level, and one of the best water levels in general. Geez, I thought I was never gonna say that. It just has very good 2 main paths, one that's water and one that's not water. It's good, it rewards skill. It's the most enjoyable Sonic water level by far. Also, the water doesn't make me go slow like a wheelchair up a hill, like in Sonic 1 or 2, so bonus points on that. Mirage Saloon is another new zone, and it's very enjoyable. I love the setting, but I just can't stand Sonic plane levels. They feel so weird and awkward, they just don't sit with me at all. But at least it has a kick-ass act too. This whole zone just has a great soundtrack, good platforming, good setting, and a terrorist attack, everything you need to have a good Sonic zone. Oil Ocean is meh, I don't like the setting, it just looks smirky and unappealing. I didn't like the zone in Sonic 2, but at least it's better now. Not bad, but not the best. Lava Reef was sure a surprise. It's a good zone, I love its theme to death, but it just slows you so many times with these rock enemies, and sometimes it just feels like it's for no reason. Metallic Madness is another Sonic CD zone. The devs must have revamped these zones the most with putting the past future mechanic and the unicorn vomit color scheme out of the window. It's a fine zone and I like it when you play in the background, it's very creative. And the last, and certainly the least, is Titan Monarch. I heard this zone was supposed to be in Sonic CD, but got scrapped. So seeing it here is pretty cool, I guess. It's just a very boring zone and drags on for way too long. It's definitely the hardest and most difficult out of all the stages, but it ends with a pretty boring and long boss fight. I don't know, it's just a very meh zone. There are 12 zones in the game, and out of those 12, 4 are new. While I don't mind that there are a lot of old zones, I think they could have put in more new ones, or at least make the ratio be 50-50. Just because the new zones are amazing. Even if I don't like some, they are still a blast to go through and are the best new Sonic thing we got in years. But it's like, didn't Sonic 3 have a bunch of scrapped zones they could have used? Or at least use them as an inspiration for new zones? I just want to see the Genocide Zone come to life is all I'm saying. Also, I love the animations when you complete a zone. It's a great throwback to Sonic 3, and I love details like this. As with every 2D Sonic game, after completing an act, you will enter a boss fight. Bosses were never, let's say, the showstopper of Sonic. You don't buy Sonic because of bosses. They are not difficult, but they are still very creative. Like, who doesn't want to play Puyo Puyo with Dr. Eggman? Some bosses even make an appearance from the older games, which is cool, but really nothing special, and as the game progressed, I have a feeling the bosses became less creative and less fun. Like, they are still pretty okay, but they will never make you say, crap, that was hard. They will mostly make you say, wow, that was smart, or I wasn't expecting that. But something I have to address is the music. Great music has always been something Sonic had, and even when Sonic was at its worst, the music was still at its best. Like, Michael Jackson worked on the soundtrack for Sonic. Yeah, King of Pop made music for this Blue Blur, it's crazy. But with Michael Jackson or not, the music in this game slaps better than the single alcoholic dad living in your neighborhood. It's a pleasure to my ears and among my favorites. It's very retro and it has a huge diversity. It's just incredible how the way you experience every act is very dependent on the music. And as I'm writing this, it comes to mind that the themes I liked and didn't like really showed me what zones I loved and which zones I didn't enjoy as much. Like with the Oil Ocean theme, which just kinda doesn't fit the zone at all. It's more fitting for a Middle Eastern Arabic sandy level. Like, I get it, oil, Middle East, but it just doesn't work. While on the other hand, some other themes fit some zones very well, particularly the Mirage Saloon theme, which definitely gives me a Western vibe. Also, the brass instruments take the main role in some themes, and some themes have been changed and given more polish, like the previously mentioned Stardust Speedway. Some themes are very uppity, while some are more quieter and calming. The perfect example is again Stardust Speedway. The first act's theme is super calm, jazzy, while the second act is very funky and energetic. Metallic Madness even has Sonic and Eggman throwing bars at each other, while the saxophone just goes ham in the back. Every act has a different theme, even the old zones, which have a different version of Act 1, like the Chemical Plant zone. Sonic Mania lives up to everything that Sonic represents. It has plenty of highs and very little of lows, and is one of the most consistent Sonic titles ever. I would really like if Sega would give us a sequel or something similar like this, but this time with just new levels, because frankly, I don't see the point of using the old levels anymore, because Sonic Mania does what those levels in the game represent perfectly, that Sonic was always a good game. They have everything they need, a great developer who loves to develop these kind of games, and I really hope their new release will be something to treasure. Oh god damn it.